this is a great segueosaurus into the fastest way to learn any programming language. We got our favorite content creators, PowerCouple. We gotta celebrate them. They're almost at 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. So as you guys know, I'm a big fan of PowerCouple, and they're gonna tell us the fastest way to learn any, emphasis on any programming language. The thing that I ask myself is, what is the secret to learn JavaScript the same way you learn Malbolge? I mean, the secret's not just keep programming with the language. No. That is too obvious. Let's see what it is.
This is how I learned to code in JavaScript, Python, and C++.
Java, JavaScript as beginners, okay. At Amazon, you're using Python, and at Google, Dart, C++, and Go. Cool. A whole array of languages here.
By spending only a few weeks on each of them. But learning a new programming
Spending a few weeks on each of them? Oh.
language was not always as easy as this. When I learned my first programming language, which was Java, I spent months watching online tutorials and following along. But when I joined Amazon, I delivered a project in Python within the first 2 weeks. I had never written a single line of code in Python before working on this project. Later, when I joined Google, I quickly picked C++ to become useful to my team.
Guys, by the way, make sure you buy my new course, How to Learn Python in 7 minutes. I'll have a link to it down below. It is all you need to do to learn Python efficiently is my course. 7 minutes is all you need, okay?
I have done this over and over again to learn languages like JavaScript, Go, and Dart. But how am I able to do all this? Did I take some pill that made me a Python whiz overnight? Truth be told, it's actually very simple. For thousands of years, great civilizations and powerful leaders have tried to uncover the secrets of learning a new programming language.
De la seule France, de la vraie France, de la France éternelle.
To find
What was that? They gave a different kind of vibe. That was a different kind of energy. I think we all know what energy we think of right now when we saw that, but
how could just 850 words and a few basic grammar constructs help people learn English?
You're giving them the basics, and you need the basics to build your fundamentals, and then the fundamentals will help you learn more advanced concepts.
And can we use the same principles to learn a new programming language?
Yes, you can.
Among the 170,000 total words in English, this circle contains words like I, me, you, eat, drink, and then we have another circle around it that contains the next 10% most popular words. This would contain words like overpaid and programmer.
Overpaid programmer. That was pretty funny. So Hugh, I gotta give you that. That was clever. Definitely not me, but
10%.
Everyone else, yeah.
The outermost circle contains words like nincompoop and teetotaler. For
teetotaler, nincompoop. ChatGPT was working overtime for this script, okay?
Now imagine that you start reading one of the best novels of our time called 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, this is, you couldn't use any other book? Like, this is actually becoming a good video.
Which has a total of 150,000 words. 80% of these 150,000 words in the book come from the inner circle, and rest of the 20% words lie in the outer circle. I applied the same principle to learn French, and now je peux parler en français, mais mon accent est marron.
Okay, relax, bro. Relax. On peut parler français ici aussi, you know? Like,
now if you pick all the GitHub repos in the language of your choice, what you'll find is that 80% of the code would come from this inner 20% circle. And following what we learned from
I mean, all GitHub repos, a lot of people just post random stuff. I think a lot of the advanced repos have pretty good advanced concepts beyond data types, conditional operators, loops, functions, and classes.
But as we do this, we need to be careful about two things. Number one, this 20% circle might vary a little bit depending on the language you choose.
Okay.
Number two, when you're learning these concepts, you need to change your method of learning.
I'm halfway here and I don't really know how do I learn any programming language, and I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to get out of this.
In the same way, no matter how many lectures or video tutorials you watch in Python, you will not be able to learn Python unless you actually try to code in Python. Sure enough, it will work for you as well. But programming is the art of breaking and fixing things. That's why I recommend interactive learning instead of casual learning. Break things and fix them as you learn.
Yeah, fastest way to learn, use the language.
Now that you know what to learn and how to learn it, there are two problems left for us to solve. How to remember what we are learning and how to learn the rest of the 80% concepts in the app.
By just writing with the language and building stuff.
We need to understand the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Hermann Ebbinghaus was a German psychologist who was well known for his work on memory and learning. He conducted experiments where he would give himself some nonsense words to remember and then test himself at various intervals to see how many of these words he could actually remember. What he found became the backbone of how we teach children in the modern school system. What you're seeing—
Was that Breaking Bad? This guy becomes a meth dealer.
Say my name.
Melky.
Goddamn right.
What he found was that if you review the words again, you can increase the number of words you remember in the end. And if you repeat this multiple times, your retention can keep increasing. And this is called spaced repetition, which many of you might have.
You mean just doing it? Just do something over and over again and practicing? No, it can't be.
Have already heard about. This is the reason why if you try to learn a new language using an app like Duolingo, they keep repeating the same words again and again in the exercises. But how do we apply spaced repetition to learning a new programming language? The other pending problem that we have is that we have still not figured out how to learn the remaining 80% of the concepts. We just keep enlarging our inner circle. In other words, we slowly keep increasing the breadth of our knowledge. The biggest advantage of doing this is that we are only learning new things that are very close to what we already know. And to learn the remaining 80% concepts, all we need to do is build projects.
You serious?
No way. Finally. Oh, I thought I could learn Python by not doing this. Oh my god.
But building
Thank you.
projects helps you in two
Tell me
ways.
the exact
Number one,
projects.
when you build projects, you encounter the top 20% concepts again and again, and this helps you achieve spaced repetition. Number two, if you choose your projects carefully and slowly increase the difficulty, you can constantly expand your inner circle. You don't know everything about the language that you speak, and you are doing just fine. So don't obsess over learning everything. As I mentioned, choosing the right projects is extremely important.
We're 9 followers
This
away
will
from
not only help you learn
15K.
faster, it will provide you a portfolio of projects that you can write on your resume to impress the hiring managers. If you want to know the 5 projects that I recommend to all beginners, you can watch this video.
Oh my goodness. 374,000 views in 5 months. At one point, I forgot I was watching a video about programming. So what this basically says is if you want to learn any programming language, I'm going to tell you the secret right now. And this is just industry secret. To learn any language, learn the basics and then build projects. There you go. And I hope you guys know that that is not obvious.